Hello everyone, welcome to my new video tutorial. So in this video tutorial, I am going to add some of the legend here, and also I will use some length measure properties in this map. So for doing that, first I want to add a new drop down which has gone already. So first I will go. I had already written the JavaScript for that. So I think its name was variable one. So and there is something missing over here. Um, so I think uh, variable two is okay. So variable one is missing. So I will make it mm, just the table is closed. Okay, I will do it over here. um, div id, uh, so it will be variable one, and hope everything will be okay. Yeah, so here we have variable one drop down, but no options I've seen. So we are going to inspect it if anything is wrong. It is saying cannot read the properties of null. I don't know where this problem is. uh, so we are checking in the so it is not a deep but option. So option id variable one, and close this, save it. Let's see again. This is not working. I have to look into the GitHub that what I had written before. So I want to go into my code. So this is the code for that. So inside JavaScript in the main, we have already that, so we don't have to go here in the index. We are going to see okay, we have to put this one id equals to try. Okay, so and inside that we should use select, and then hope it will work. Again, save it and see if everything is okay. Yeah, everything is okay. So you can select and see the map. So what I'm trying to do now is, when I select the different option, I will have the legend of that option, and display some values of this property. But I am now here using some random values, because I have not used any break or break, and the values differ too much. So in here also I have used the random values. So let's go to HTML again, uh, and after in, so we should write it before export. So I will write it here, the HTML code. So the HTML code will be inside a div, and the id will id will be scroll field, and inside this div we are going to use table. So table will be the id will be legend, and close this. and inside a table we are going to use the ID as now the tag will be tr, and inside that tag we are using td as it is. So okay, we are closing that td2 and we are creating a div. um, so the style of the div will be width. Will be 400, no, 45 pixel. So and after that height will be this one, background color will be this one. uh, so in the height we are using 30 pixel and background color will be uh, like a green. Okay, so and then we are using a border. So border will be 1 pixel size and it will be solid, and the color will be white. After that we can uh, close the td and see what will it look like. It will look like this. Maybe the color, we have to choose the color what is defined in JavaScript. So we have written some color value here, so maybe I can return just this one. And background color, I will put the background color as this one. Okay, but it is a bit mild. That's also fine, but I want the darker one in here. So I think this is the darker one. I go to index, paste it here, keep it as, and save it and see everything is okay. So after that, what I am trying to do is using this kind of space in order to add the data. So this td will be closed, and after that we are again introducing one td. So we are not using that td, and in here uh, what we are trying to do is now um, we are using input. Okay, so I'm also looking at my tutorial, so it will be the input and type will be text. Okay, so and id will be like 6, less than 6, so it will be read only. And style will be border at 0, and background color, is there any mistake? I don't know. And background color will be uh f6, 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 and then color will be 69, 69, 69. That doesn't matter, I think. And width will be 100 pixel. So after this we are going to close this and see everything is okay. Go in here and save it to see everything is okay, and we can also see here the same kind of placeholder. So what we are now going to do is go to the JavaScript, and when click on different values, we can see different uh, values of this legend. Actually, this legend is not perfect because I have used a random number here. So in last of this tutorial, we will try to make it better. But now we are just learning from here. So we are going to the main JS, and I have already created a function. Um, so on click variable one, I have already created a handler layer function. So in this function, what I will do is put uh, some random values uh, in here. So what I will do is I will create a selected, but I don't need this selected also. Maybe um, I'm going to use jQuery to put the legend. So has legend 7. Is that legend 7? Legend 6. Okay, we are using legend 6, and then in that legend 6 we are using the value. So the value will be math dot random, and the range of this random number is between 100, like so it the values will be 0 to 100, and I will just write some percentage symbol over here. So after this I will close this bracket and save it and see if everything is okay. So we can see this value, and yeah, the random number is now here, but we can see the different coloring of the value uh, because I have selected the random number, so we have to also to think about it. But what I'm trying to show you, I think you understood well. So we can give the value of uh, the range in this section. For example, I can also multiply it by just copying it. I think from here. So I will copy it, again paste it over here, again paste it over here, save it, and I can see three different color. I will use different color from, but no, I will just use different color from here. I think it won't create any problem. So I will create a dark color, and then I will create again green color, and in here I will create green dark color. So save it and see the result. Everything is okay, but when I zoom in, I can see only the values in here. So I also have to um, go in JavaScript and again go to that go to the function here, and again write the similar script uh, for lake 3, lake 7, 8, and so on. So I will copy this, I will paste it here, I will paste it here, but I will change the name as 7 and 8, and similarly I will also change the name here as a 7 and 8 and save it, and we can see the different colors, and we can just see the different values in the legend. So we can also make it a circular legend, so we are going to do that in the next tutorial, but now we will be focusing more on um, the distance measurement tool. So for that we go to the one of the, yeah, he also taught, he has also some YouTube channel, so you can also see here how to add this leaflet measure tool, but I had used a different leaflet measure tool. uh, I want to show that. So leaflet measure tool, I forgot what I had used, but it was also easy tool that time. mm, yeah, I will just show you in my GitHub. I already did it, so I will show it in my GitHub. So what should you do is basically um, go to the JavaScript, and I think I had used um, some function over here. Okay, first I will use this cl.control.polyline measures and add to map, and then I'll go to the main.js again. I will go to the last section. I will paste it here, but I have to use this control JavaScript and link it. So I will go to the dist folder. I think I had saved it in the dist folder, and it was leaflet measure.js. I think we don't have to do, we don't have to use that JavaScript. Instead, we will see the result here. We cannot see anything when we save it. Let's see, save it, and nothing can be seen. So I will go to index if I have changed anything. This is not the one. Okay, he has used this GitHub leaflet polyline measures CSS, and so I will copy this file, JavaScript and CSS file, and paste it in my index.html. So I will do it. I think after this, I don't know how does it work, but we can save it like this. And when we see our map, I think we should see some changes. No changes at all. So we are going to inspect it. So in this console, we can see options is not defined. Yeah. So in order to define our option, we have code in the JavaScript in the main.js. We can also go to his GitHub that I had given this link, so we can download from here. But I won't use that now. And we go to the last. I had uh, used the option. We can create a different JavaScript for this and use this, or you can also use in the same script file. So I will go to the main.js, and at last, before calling this measure, I will paste it here and save it and see the result, and boom. We can see here the symbol of the measurement line, and when we click this, we can measure the distance. We can measure, I think, the distance and the total distance, and it might be geodesic or something, because there is some curve. I don't know how uh, it measures. We have to see the documentation. So in this way we can introduce the measure tool. Also we can go to um, my country map, and we will check if it is okay. Like I will measure the distance of east and west. So it's 829 kilometers, somehow 829 kilometers. So I will go distance of east west highway in Nepal. Width 80 miles. Nepal is rectangular in shape and is approximately 180, 128 wide, and 880 kilometer long. Yeah. So we have calculated. I forgot that again. Somehow it is right, but not exactly. Okay. Yeah. So let's also do it by another way. Mm, by using the program from Leaflet Measure. So you can go to this GitHub site, and then uh, you can use some of the documentation. But after using this video by Judith, I came to know that it has used some require function. So it was maybe made on Node.js. So I could not use its how to say, it's the JavaScript, because we can see they have used some import. So we cannot use this, but there is a trick uh, to use its JavaScript. So to do that, we are going to this website, and then we are clicking here and create a new measurement, and we click from here to here, here to here, here to here, and here to here, and we see that uh, so there are some values, there are longitude, latitude, and we go to the inspect and see in the console, in the source, we have two uh, different things. One is JS and CSS, but again we are going to create I think in the network or element. Okay, we can see here in the JavaScript leaflet measure.javascript. We can click here and open in new tab, and we can just save it. It is the same file. So save as uh, JavaScript in this dist folder. I don't know what you would make folder for this. So I made this folder, I had already saved, so I don't want that to again. And again, we can use this CSS feature. Again, I will go here and save it. Save as. CSS is not working well in my, so I will again save it. So after that, we come to main.javascript, and we will also go to the documentation of that. So it has told that you can use measure control as true in your map initialization. So I will copy this one and go at the top of map initialization. So here I can just paste it, the map measure control as a true. So when I save it and see the result, I can see nothing. So let's see what is wrong. Mm, okay, I knew what is wrong because we haven't used the JavaScript still. So I will use the script source, and the source will be dist and leaflet JavaScript. So save it, and again you will go back, and you can use a style.css somewhere here. Link style sheet, and then tab. You can remove this, and I don't need this. Rather, I will use this and leaflet measure.css and save it and see if anything is new happens. So we can see something here, but uh, there is some problem in the CSS. I don't know where is the problem with the CSS. Mm, but it is working well, you can see, and we can also, yeah, we can see in the console now. It is showing some problem here in the CSS. Mm, so I will suggest to download CSS from here. So where did he put his CSS in the SS? Yes, CSS. So he has used yes CSS, and I will go to raw and save as in the dist folder. It will be yes CSS, and I don't know if it would work. Yes, CSS will work as CSS. So again, I will copy this one and paste it here, and dist slash leaflet measure yes CSS. It is in a text, so it might create some problem. Before creating any problem, we will go back to the dist, and then, but I think it won't create any problem. Let's see, leaflet and text, and save it and remove this if everything is okay. No, it just again created problem. Then it was okay, but something is wrong. But CSS is not a big problem, maybe. So I will just go here, hover it, and create a new measurement, and I click here to here. I can see the distance in feet and miles, and stop, and we can see the area and center on this area, delete it. So we can do like this. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to leaflet measure and I will use instead of mile, can we use meter? So I will go to the documentation if there is anything. Leaflet measure, and yeah, it's written standard leaflet control position options, primary length unit, but how can I change it? Let's see. Measure. Okay, I think we can use primary unit as meters. Valid values are feet, meters, miles, and kilometers. So I will use kilometers. Let's see. I will try to write something here, and it will be kilometers, and save it and see the map again and click here, new. Is it kilometer? Not yet. Mhm. There is still some problem. Standard leaflet control position option, measure control true, control dot measure. So what will this control dot measure will do? Measure control is true. Uh, yes, measure control is true and nothing else. Finish measure event, write result. So I will not spare my time for it, but I will do it later. For making it kilometer and meter. But for now, we are checking the distance. So we are going to again back to Nepal and zoom it and click here and create a distance. So I click here to here and we can see 512 mile. So it is also not exact 550 miles. Yeah, that is nearby value. Yeah, this is the thing I prepared for today, but I wanted to export these values, um, export these values and uh, use as a text file. So I'm looking some tutorial if there are some right results. So I will write this map on finish. I think there is some tutorial over here. We can write this one, right result. Uh, right result should be uh, called on this function. So this should also be called. Okay, I will copy from here to here. Let's copy this. Mhm. And go to last and write result finish. So save it and see if there is any changes. There is problem for sure. So in the console, uh, this is a problem. That should be this symbol and it should be closed. No, this is okay. But what is the problem? This is okay. This is okay. And this should also be okay. Let's see. Create. There is problem now. When I click it, it went out. So I need to solve this. So inspect it. Click here, create measurement, click and see the console. Setting inner HTML is null. So get element by, so I will just write it like convert. Get element by ID. Just trying my luck. Mm, yeah, we can see the values of that in this area, like the area displayed, and these things will be stored here, uh, which is a part of my uh, like actual I had before it was convert, like it was like export convert, but the new values is added, so I will not use convert. Instead I will use a div. So I will I'm going to use info. So after that, I will go to index.html and I will create one div with the ID info. Okay, and save it and see if it will create the data. Yeah, the data is added now in this part. But I also wanted to save it as a text file. Okay, so to save it, I will go to main.js and I'll write function to save the get mm, get the info to a text file. So save text as file. So it will get info and create a download link and then save it. What I think it should be called or not. Okay, when we click the uh, right result, I think we can also call this. So we are going over here and we are also calling save text as file function. Okay, this is just a try. I don't know how does this work. So we are going first to see if there is any problem. The server responded with okay, that is not a problem actually. So I create it, and when I do like that, there is a problem because it is not added. The problem is cannot read properties of null reading values. So okay, I have used its data file name to save as. What is the problem? I think it has used some non-important documents data, so I will remove it and I will create as before. We have already created this save file. So we are going to use this same function, maybe on load function e upload file. This is a upload file function. We have also saved it. So I think this is the one. So when it click on the convert, so it will store that data. Okay, so I will just try this one instead of this. So I will remove this one and I will remove this one too. What I will do is when click, function will be called. Yeah, but I don't want that. When write result is finished, it will call the write result and it should save that data. Uh, Okay, I think we can make it over here. Result to the file, and variable data will be stringify results and save at JSON. So let's save it and then close it, measure it, click here. Still there is problem. We will go to console, converting circular structure to JSON. Starting at a object with constructor E. So I think it has problem with the JSON dot stringify the results. I will just use all these values. Yeah, copy it and paste it and save it again and see the result. I will click here, create. It is JSON, create measurement. The console says save as is not defined, save as is not defined. So we are going to also define the save as inside this function too. So what will save as do? Now we'll go again to the folder. We will define save as function here too, because it is a different function and it is out of scope. That save as folder is out of scope. So I created a save as folder. Maybe I can also create it differently. Let's see again. Okay, when I click this, the result of this folder will be resulted as a JSON file, and we can see the data of these files as a JSON. Okay, so again, when we try to do for this file, and we can see another result as a JSON. We can also use txt file for that. For example, when we go, I can remove this, and in this I can also use the text file. So I can save it again and do the same process. So it is a text file now. Yeah. So we can know the coordinate of that 4 points and the area and everything. And now we can use the same JSON file as a GeoJSON if we want, and let's see if it also works or not. But I think it's not working because it's a different kind of data set. We should have used some. Let's reload it, choose file, result, and inspect it, console, invalid GeoJSON. So it is not a GeoJSON. We can create like a GeoJSON out of it, or we can write it as GeoJSON if it gives. So I can click here. Okay, it has stored it as a GeoJSON, but might be different from what we expect. I'm going to see the previous JSON file. We can use the county as our JSON, so it should have some name, or we can go to the data and here, okay, feature collection. I think now it will work. So I will just reload it and choose a file, and we can use these results, but it's not working, so I think it's invalid JSON. Invalid JSON, yeah. Let's compare these two JSON. It has type, okay, it is not a feature collection or anything, so it doesn't have any type and features, so it is not a JSON, rather a data. Okay. For making JSON, we can write a code like what we wanted, like it has use area display and something else. Area display, we can use a feature as a point polygon or something like that. Okay, and then we can use uh, feature like type feature property, something like that. So we have to make like this in order to make it as JSON. So it is JSON file, but we can use this JSON file in a different way to display. Like we can use this longitude latitude in our map, but I don't know how to make it, and I will try to do that too in the next tutorial. So for now, bye bye. So let's wait what would come next. I think I will make some circular symbol and make some beautiful things here. But it was written or not? Yeah, it was also written here and also downloaded. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.